Now, I'm a major fan of this guy, man. I've been watching Canelo for a long time. Way before the Mayweather bout, all of that, man. Sorry, I got Assassin's Creed in the back. I just got news that this man is doping, and I ain't happy, man. Like I said before, big fan of this guy. I've been following Canelo for years, watching him grow ever since he was, in his 20s, man, coming up, early 20s, coming up, 27 years old, getting ready to have the fight of his life in a rematch with Golovkin to finally prove and settle the dust. Um, for all of the fans out there who want to know who's the best once and for all, now everything is going to ruins, man. I just don't understand why these guys, trying to find an edge, to in order to beat this guy unfairly is just the stupidest thing you can ever do, especially now since all of the light has been shed on boxers cheating their way to the top. We've been hearing about this cheating stuff for a long time. I was disappointed when Shane Mosley got busted, back in the day when he fought Oscar De La Hoya for, I think, the second time. And they gave him a pass, and then Tijuana Tornado with the tape in it, the illegal hand wraps. Same thing with Tito Trinidad, illegal hand wraps. We can go on and on and on with these guys doing dirt just to try to get an edge over these guys in a sport that's just simply supposed to be a sport to prove, who is the best at their skill level. And if you really feel like you're at the top of your game in this sport and you can compete with the best that's at the top of their game, and you're primarily fighting a guy with similar skills, why do you feel like you really need to do something like this in order to try to gain an advantage over this guy? It that's it leads me to believe that you truly feel like you can't beat this dude. You know you can't beat him now. It's not even you feeling like you can beat him. You know for sure that you can't beat him. And then they want to cover this BS up, talking about, oh well, we're going, we ate some meat in Mexico, and the substance was found in the meat in Mexico, and this has been going on for a while with boxers, with fighters over in Mexico. Come on, bro. If you know if you know that this has been going on for a while, number one, why haven't we heard? Why haven't we heard of it? I haven't heard a single thing about meat being contaminated with a illegal substance of some sort to give people an edge, maybe a steroid of some sort, Clenbuterol. Never even heard of it before. Maybe you guys can educate me on it because I've never heard of it before. And I've never heard of it being a problem in Mexico. And I've been watching boxing since I was a damn kid. We sitting here waiting, man, for this fight to develop. It's going into April next month. Boom, May 5th. We getting ready to watch one of the biggest fights in boxing. And this comes up. I just don't get it. Either you finding a way to back out of this fight, bro, and this is making news. I get the news from my brother. He sends it in from CBS. Every other uh, guy that does reviews on these videos and these topics and all of this stuff, all of these guys are starting to pour out with the videos now. So I know that the stuff is true. I really want to be cursing on this video, man, because I'm pissed at this guy. I just don't get it. Sitting here waiting, it's nobody else really to watch in this sport right now, um, of this magnitude. We saw Wilder do his thing. We're waiting for Keith Thurman to come out of his BS so we can see him either get dispatched or him to do his thing and his BS even with him. Oh, well, Keith Thurman has two mandatories that he must face before he move on to Errol Spence. You know, I mean, we can just keep going on and on and on with the BS that's happening around this sport that people love so much, man. It just doesn't make any sense. Canelo Alvarez, bro. Highly disappointed in you, man. This is not an act. This is not a game. This is coming from a fan, man. A real fan of this guy. I even thought back in the day, man, not even back in the day, but I even thought we used to have conversations about Canelo at one of my other old jobs. We used to have conversations about him before he got the fight with Floyd, and he was up and coming at that time. And I was saying, well, you know what? This guy is the only one left that I truly believe that could give Floyd, a run for his money. And everybody laughed at me, man. Everybody laughed. But even after the fight took place and Floyd fought this guy, Floyd even said, you know what? This guy, if basically he said, you know what? If I wasn't on my A game, it would have been a totally different fight, But I am who I am as a champ, as a guy who has dedicated his life to the sport of boxing, ever since I was a kid. And it's basically no way that this guy was gonna beat me unless I wanted to be beat. In so many other words, so this is the guy that I held in high esteem as one of my. I can add him to the list of my Mexican heroes. Um, and look at what happened. Look at what happened, man. It's a disappointing thing to see this happen so close to this fight, man. And now you already know the Golovkin horde is about to go crazy, man, and say, "Oh, he been cheating all this time." Because now they want to flip it and say, "Oh, well, he's tested. He's been clean for his past 12 fights and all of this stuff." And look, man, nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it because once you've been caught, everybody's gonna assume that you've been cheating the whole time. Plain and simple. You disagree with me? Go ahead. But that's what people are gonna say. Anyway, man, uh, I can't. I'm not gonna even leave the link in the description. I'll just place a portion of what I read from CBS. You guys can look it up yourself. This guy has blown the top fight of the year. Unless Errol Spence somehow gets a fight with Thurman or something like that. We don't really have anything major coming up. Nothing major. Pacquiao's backing out. So we don't know what we're gonna get from that. Anyway, man, hit me up. I don't know what else to say. The guy's dumb. Peace.